Welcome back. Today we're reading Chapter 8. Popeye in Deep Sea Danger. Chapter 8. Let's see. Oh yeah, captured. I'm so glad you joined me today. Let's get into it. The huge sea monster's body rose out of the water at the schooner's side. The gigantic creature's long neck arched forward till its surprisingly small head reached the listless mainsail. "Shove off!" ordered Popeye. The great ocean creature paid no attention to him at all. Instead, it rubbed its rough cheek against the sail several times. Then, with a saintly smile on its frightening face, it lowered its head down onto the deck, causing the ship to tilt dangerously, and began to snore. Reflected Findham. There must be a scientific reason for its peculiar behavior. Perhaps it's body chemistry. "Ha!" interrupted J. Wellington Wimpy, trying to look very authoritative. The correct cause of the monster's monstrous snores is that it undoubtedly gobbled up a large chunk of hamburger meat I tossed overboard. The morsel was laced with enough anti-seasick pills to make even that hulking burger fancier doze off. "We have to get the critter off the ship," declared Popeye, "or its weight will capsize us." He slapped the creature's face, trying to awaken the monster. The melon-sized eyes blinked drowsily, and the monster yawned. During all this time, Professor Findham had been busily taking scientific measurements of the great reptilian body slumped across the deck. "We must get it back into the water," Findham stated. "It's definitely a descendant of the ocean dinosaurs and may not last too long out of the sea." Grabbing the main mast with his powerful arms, Popeye pushed against the monster with his feet. With a towering splash, it flopped back into the sea. "Well," Findham exclaimed joyfully, "we've made a major discovery. Now we have to learn dozens of vital facts about it." The sound echoed sharply through the submarine. "Popeye's pressed the radio signaler," gloated Stare. "My post-hypnotic suggestion worked." "That means," Grumbler said, smiling, "that they've located the monster. Hang on, we're going to the surface." On board the Discoverer, all were busy watching the sea monster playing merrily off their port side. Suddenly, on the opposite side, or starboard side, the sub surfaced. Olive was the first to see something large emerging from the blue ocean waters. "Another sea monster?" "Oh," she gasped, as they all rushed over to the opposite side of the ship. Findham realized why the sonar had been recording a submarine ship. "Why would a submarine follow us?" wondered Olive. "Probably hoped to be invited on board to enjoy my cooking," boasted Wimpy. The sub hatch opened and out climbed Dr. Stare and Grumbler. "Those two," gasped Findham. "Friends?" asked Sweet Pea. "No, enemies. Enemies of all I stand for. They are the ones who wanted to fund my expedition And if we did find the sea monster, I was to help them capture it. Then they would tour the country, exhibiting it for profit, even though I told them that would lead to the creature's death. They'd destroy any endangered species if they could make money that way. And we will, boasted Grumbler as he secured the sub to the schooner's side. As Grumbler started to board, Find'em attacked him. Help me, Popeye! Help me fight them! No, Popeye, countered Dr. Stare. You are under my power. Popeye's hand stopped as he was about to grab Grumbler. You will obey me, Stare continued. Bring the others onto the sub. We need your help to capture the sea creature. Instead of forcing Grumbler off the schooner, Popeye grabbed Professor Find'em and pushed him toward the sub.
No, don't push me around.
Stop, Popeye! The scientist cried, struggling vainly. How can you follow those villains' orders? Popeye did not reply. Instead, he tucked the kicking and protesting professor under his arm, leaped onto the sub, and shoved his captive down the hatch. Next, he grabbed Olive Oil. Put me down, you seashell-brained idiot, she screamed. Popeye pushed her into the sub. Minutes later, the sub dived underwater with all the schooner's crew as prisoners. Should I tie him up? Asked Grumbler. No, laughed Stare. Popeye's already under my hypnotic power. I'll hypnotize the others, too. Look into my eyes, my charming young lady. Flattered Olive Oil turned and looked into Dr. Stare's eyes. In seconds, she was under his hypnotic control. Sweet Pea, watching Stare hypnotize Find'em and Wimpy, came up with a desperate plan. As Dr. Stare bent over to look into the little sailor baby's eyes, Sweet Pea whipped out a mirror. Dr. Stare was staring into his own hypnotic eyes, muttering, "You feel sleepy. You will obey me and sleep." No, said Sweet Pea. You'll obey me. You are in my power. Grumbler turned from the control panel. Everyone was under Dr. Stare's command, but Sweet Pea controlled Dr. Stare. Grumbler would take charge of that brat. Ooh, that's the end of Chapter 8. That went quick. Join me next time as we read Chapter 9. A Deep Sea Battle. Ooh, looks exciting. Makes me want to just keep on reading. Maybe next time I'll read both 9 and 10 and we'll finish this book up. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.